are we done with the bull market? In today's update, we're going to see if this all-time high we've made here is the start of the bear market. This is possible. If you remember, the wave have been just following absolutely perfectly since the last updates for quite a while now. Not gonna lie, we have been able to plan the move to the downside here, targets, you know, with the double XY XNZ to the downside here, as you can see just right there. We recognize that in this configuration that was the most probable here. We was going around the 1-to-1 extension here, so the red level, or the 123, and from here was looking for a reversal for either this first wave 5 target here around $124,360 or around $130,000 basically. Okay, so we've got the drop into the 1-to-1 extension. We've got the bounce from here. As I said, we wanted 5 waves to print here, a bigger A wave, a bigger B, and then a bigger C. So we've got the 5 waves up here with the leading. We've got the A, we've got the B, and we've got the C here. I don't know if we can see on the previous. No, we cannot see here, but we also have been able to time the absolute all-time high we've made here. We've planned the 16th of August, and it was the 25 or 24 of August. As always, on a higher time frame like this, the fib times can be 2 days before or 2 days after. If you pay attention here, 16 minus 2 days is exactly 14. You can see here exactly where we've made our all-time high at the moment. You can see just right here, the very top here is the exact 14 of August, by the way. I think I said November. Anyways, August, the fib time was 2 days after, but as always it can be 2 days before, 2 days after the fib time. 2 days before was the 14th of August. So we have been able to plan the targets of this, as you can see just right there. This was also planned in the last update. Okay, this was the first big resistance, this was the second resistance. You can see here, even in the last update here, I gave you all the targets you needed basically for a possible short of the all-time high. You've got the first target here that was coming around. You can see this wave 5 just right there, that was 124,360. If you go ahead and check it now, what was the price here? You can see a 124,360.04. This was the absolute top we have done here. So not to the dollar, but almost. This is just absolutely crazy. So now everything have been just following perfectly. This is really good to see. So I am now in a position where I have a long and I have a short basically, as you can see just right there. I am in a short from the very all-time high. I am in a long from the bottom there. So now the real question is the all-time high in, the real all-time high in? Are we going to free fall from here? Are we going to be in a bear market from here? That's the question I'm going to answer. So here, to answer that question, we can just not look only for the bear market, right? Everything, all the bullish market structure on a higher time frame, everything is still bullish. We have a high, higher high, low, high, low. We keep printing some low or some highs, higher highs, and low, higher lows. So we are still in a big bullish market structure. To really say, okay, now the bear market is possibly in, we are possibly starting to do this. Well, we'll have to go with a lower low. You can see here, okay, you have a low, high low, high low, high low. You will finally start to print a lower low, and you have a high, higher high, higher high, higher high. You will need next to hold a lower high, and then yes, we might do and be in something like this, and so a bigger reversal. Okay, but as for now, even locally, we don't have this market structure change, as you can see just right here. So for example, we have a high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and as for now, we are having a higher low. So we need again on a lower time frame to change this market structure to go with a lower high, and then to hold a lower low, and then to hold a lower high to really expect lower prices. Okay, so we need all these confirmations to really say, okay, now the bear market is possibly in. Again, this is possible because according to our wave, well, this is something possible. This is what we have been looking for. We have planned basically for, well, the past maybe 1 month ago, a little bit, yeah, 1 month. For a month here, this is what we have been looking for. Now, of course, I am not going to look for a massive drop now. I am in a short from the all-time high. Okay, so here I am in a short from the all-time high. Now, am I going to look only for a move down like this? No, I am not going to look for this. I am going to look for longs here. So what could be the configurations where we will still go for a new all-time high? Okay, there is a big flag here. Anyways, because yeah, we can just not look for a massive drop like this here to the downside for the bear market. Okay, I still think, and I still I still feel that it's possible to go and get a continuation here to the upside. So if we have to continue up here, and this is what I'm going to take as my main configuration unless we start breaking the support I'm going to give you, very simple thing, we look for a longer wave 5 here. If we have to look for a longer wave 5 and we just ended up here with an ABC zigzag, the exact one here we have planned, so to speak here, this ABC zigzag here to the upside, if we just take this ABC zigzag, what this can bring us with too, it can simply bring us here, so with a double EX, Y, X, and Z, an ABC zigzag, we take the highs and we just reverse it. What that can bring us with, it's very simply, I don't know if I have the screenshot here, I don't think so. Let me find this here. Very simply, with a bigger triple wave here into the wave 4. So to speak here, we can look for a double EXY or an ABC flat into the wave 4. So ABC flat, it means we'll have then in that case a 5 waves down here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, otherwise double EXY, and in that case in the Y wave we'll have only a triple wave to the downside. That's it. Then to make decision if you have or not to take the trade in the targets I'm going to give you, you simply have to read a no order flow. If you want, by the way, to learn all of this, you can go and check out our website, go into the course page, and you have a nice order flow and footprint course there waiting for you. If you want to understand maybe a little bit more yield wave, you have a free course on yield wave there. Feel free to go and check this out so you can follow along a little bit better and understand a little bit better. But yeah, basically it will be here a longer wave 4. I still believe we can do this. I'm not looking directly here for a massive drop. Yeah, I still feel that it's possible to go up. Now again, I'm short from the all-time high, so if we have to be now into enter basically now the bear market, that is not impossible. I am in a short, I'm happy with this, right? But yeah, I still feel it's possible to get a continuation here. So if we have to be in this longer wave 4 here, and so to get this other increase in price on your all-time high next, we can look for such configuration here. So either here an ABC flat, either a double EXY. As I say, the only difference is for a double EXY into the Y wave, so WX and then the Y wave. Into the Y wave you have a triple wave. Okay, so most likely here an ABC zigzag. If you're in an ABC flat, okay, so ABC flat, so it's a correction, and then it's not a correction, it's a 5 waves impulsive or an ending. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basically. As simple as that. So the good thing will be to long this bottom there, to long either a triple wave basically, either the wave 3, next we'll look for the wave 4, take profit in here. If we continue up, that will be an ABC zigzag, okay, down into the Y wave, that will be the Y wave bottom. Otherwise, we'll look for the wave 5 here, and so we look for another long again on the wave 5. Again, I'm going to share more about this in Discord. I don't want to make this update really too complex. But yeah, basically, it's what we can look for here. So either a triple wave down, either a 5 waves to the downside. Okay, so that is the plan. How can you find the targets of this move down, of this possible bigger triple wave? It's very simply by pulling the extension tool from the W or A wave root, then to the W or A wave bottom, then to the B or X wave top. From here you add the correction target, so as always the MC extension, the 100%, the 120 extension, then you have the 123, and then you have the max target 1618. If we start going touching, if you go and touch the 200% 2618, it's very unlikely, to be honest with it, we are still in this, we might be in another wave count. So yeah, this is the plan, and again, why I'm keeping only the 123 and 1618, there is a very simple reason, okay, it's simply because with a confluence, okay, on the level chart here, I just don't like the levels down here. I'm just not a fan of trying to long down here. There are big levels there, but the confluence is just not here. Okay, you can see we are below the latest uptrend here, value area low. Okay, we are below this latest uptrend value area low. We are below the latest downtrend value area low. We are below the wall range value area low. So to look for a long below here, it might bounce. Maybe we're going to bounce, but I'm not gonna take any long trade here, because overall, even if we bounce, I will still look for another drop down to at least this bottom here. Reason why I'm not gonna long here, and also because I am long already from 112,000, the week low here. So that's why I do not need to be in a long here. Okay, so I'm not gonna take any single long trade off these supports unless we get a sign of strength, but otherwise it's going to remain below here. I'm not interested in any long trade, such as what we recognized yesterday. We was trying to break here the big zone of resistance before to really expecting higher for the next targets there. Recognized the volume was just pretty dead, okay, before to go to sleep here into the Discord server. it was basically here. Okay, currently attempting to reclaim our previous support zone. However, the volume is just dying at the moment, though not, long position from the recent low. As simple as that. And so overnight here, we've got the very nice continuation to the downside. As you can see just right there, we've got from here the other decreasing price, and all of this based on the order flow, the data. Okay, that's pretty nice. But yeah, so still not in any long trade here. I mean, just the one in 12,001, but I'm not gonna try to long anything like this. The only next target is this, basically 123 of the YO of the C wave. Otherwise, we can look for the 1618. By the way, I can see. Oh. There you go, 123 or 1618. Basically, there are the two targets. If you want to add a little bit more confidence to all of this, you have this nice levels chart here. So you have the first long basically around the 123. Here is, you have a little bit more confidence. You have the big latest here, full uptrend here, value area high. Okay, so this is a very nice target. You have also the smaller wave ABC zigzag 1-to-1 extension 123 plus the 123 of the big double EX or ABC flat basically. You also have a daily negative path control just so you can see with the levels here a little bit more the confidence. So this is the next target, the next possible long trade to look for basically a drop here. Okay, and then we look for the reversal, full reversal for a brand new all-time high around either just a swing 30 pound or a fail option of the all-time high, either a move up into 30,000 basically. Okay, this is the plan. If we do not hold the 123 basically of the double EXY or ABC flat, it's very simple. We can look for the next target that is pretty nice, not gonna lie here. The next one here is basically coming around 108,000 down to 104,000. Again, that's a pretty big zone, so we'll have to manage here the order flow, check the smaller wave, all of this. To go down here will be more for an ABC flat, honestly. Okay, but well, still okay, it can be an ABC zigzag too. Okay, I'm gonna show you now the smaller wave of this drop here, so we can, well, I have two different configurations for this. But yeah, basically these are the two long trades. This again will be a drop here. Okay, so maybe we're going to bounce here. Okay, but overall, if I have to long, it's either the first one, either this second long trade. So this is the target here. We can look for a drop down to here and bam, reclaiming brand new all-time high next around 130,000 basically. Okay, that is the plan basically on Bitcoin at the moment. And now let's jump into the smaller wave. So triple wave, double EXY or ABC flat. Okay, so if we have to be in a Y wave, as I said, we can look for an ABC zigzag to the downside. Okay, so in that case, we can look for this, boom, Y wave completed here. As I said before, basically we have an ABC, just a 5 ways down here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have only this, and then it's the reversal. So this can be a good long trade around the 123. Of course, this can drop down to the 1618. It's absolutely possible to do an ABC zigzag like this down to the 1618. It's absolutely valid. Okay, so this is the first configuration. Now, if you have to be in an ABC flat, sorry, we're going to do a wave 4. So in any case, even if you take the long here, you can just take profit into the resistance. Okay, we're going to plan when we'll get all this data if we have to drop. And next, we just either break the resistance, either fail and go for another drop. In that case, we are going to get some 5 ways down. 5 ways down means an ABC flat. So C wave here to the downside. Targets remain the same. This is the first possible configuration here on a lower time frame. So either an ABC zigzag directly here or an impulsive basically. So ABC or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As simple as that. That's the first configuration. Otherwise, the second one is if we still have to bounce from where we are right now, or maybe just one more new line and then bounce. I am taking this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, we have 5 waves. So this C wave can be completed, or we can look for a bigger 5 ways down. Let me just turn that into red here. Okay, so either completed depending on what we get into the resistance next. Okay, if we get anything bearish, we're looking for a wave 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, or as always, an A, a B, and a C. 5 waves, correction, 5 waves, ABC zigzag. Again, if you really struggle understanding all of this, really go and check out the website. You have some real good free lessons there waiting for. Just sign up for absolutely free. Go into the Yellow Wave course here. Just check at the imp. Well, first of all, look at the basic rules, Fibonacci tools, and then you have the Fibonacci and the impulsive. So you understand the impulsive basically, and next you have the ABC zigzag. So this, for example, here, the triple wave here, well, ABC is an ABC zigzag. This will help you to understand really all of this, all these these courses are absolutely free here. You have next, of course, to be apprentice for the ABC flat and all this, but otherwise all these 4 lessons that represent really in terms of the content you're having inside more than half of the Elo Wave course. So really go and check this out. It can be very helpful for you. I'm saying this for you, not for me. So yeah, this is the plan basically on Bitcoin right now. So we still have to confirm if we are in the leading right now, if we're already in the bigger drop here to the downside like this. But yeah, personally, the thing is for me, there is just no long trade to take here for a very simple reason: the lack of confidence with the context. As simple as that. Can we bounce? Yes, we can, but I'm not interested in the long. That's my plan. I'm gonna simply remain from worried in 12,000. As simple as that. Okay, and if we have to get a nice increase in price from here, for example, to be in this configuration, okay, so either pump now or make a new logo and touch the levels below and then bounce. Where are my targets and my resistance for a short trade? Very simply here, so we can look for a short just right there. Okay, so we'll have this very nice lot of confidence here, so around worried in 17,700, 600 up to worried 18,100 basically. If we start breaking this first resistance, we're simply going to go for this more likely, so really go swipe all the highs. We can reject from a little bit before here, but the Valera highs are a little bit above, so I will not be surprised to go and swipe these 2 highs there, really to get a very nice short trade. Okay, these are my 2 next shorts. You have the longs, you have the shorts, we have the wave. Is the all-time high in? To answer the question, yes, it is possible. It is possible that we are now in a bear market, because this is what we have been looking for, this is what we have planned, but there are still some configurations where we can look for higher, and overall everything is still intact for higher prices. So unless proven otherwise, for now I'm remaining bullish and I'm looking still for higher prices next. Still no long in here. I'm gonna wait for a new low locally, but I'm gonna look for a long below here into the targets. I shared it with you already here. Okay, so have a brilliant day ahead. Take care of you. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, if you enjoy, you can smash the likes, write some comments down below. It helps a lot. Subscribe, turn notifications, and yeah, thank you all so much if you take the time to do it. As always, take care of you. Have a brilliant day ahead, and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.